We are live again, and this time we are live earlier than what I have been recently. Yes, since the beginning of the year, it's been rough, because I'm more involved with other things and I'm scaling, and we get busy, and you're gonna get busy too as a teacherpreneur once you get rolling. But it's 3 o'clock right now on the dot, and I've been going live now around 6, 7 o'clock at night. And I need my sleep because I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning for my kids in China. So welcome back. This is Gabriel with ODE, Online Digital Education, a community of teachers on Facebook that collaborates with each other to ascend the value ladder. And today is Wednesday, January 27th, episode 82. I'm going to talk about something different today because it's not always about money and a mindset and tips about how to design your Facebook, profile organically and everything else, Today I'm going to focus on superfoods, your health. Teacherpreneur superfoods. Your health depends on it. Yeah, it does. My health depends on it. So let me give you my full disclosure, disclaimer, full transparency quickly. This is not a get-rich-quick program. If you're in a hurry to get scammed, you got to get out of here. And I say that because this is not get-rich-quick, man. You do the hard work, you get involved with your educational niche, and it'll happen, okay? I only work with high-value, high-integrity educators for that reason, because I cherry-pick the people that I want in my community. People who are like-minded, who collaborate and share success instead of compete. This online business model is organic and requires your commitment to start and grow your audience over a 90 to 120 days, every day, for any shot at succeeding. Now, results vary due to how much work you actually model from this proven system. And I say that because if you put in 5 minutes a month, you can't go finger pointing at anybody saying, oh, this doesn't work. Well, it works for over 1 million people right now in the community that I am involved in, ClickFunnels. I'm happy where I am. Are you? So model a proven system. And let me quote Les Brown, motivational speaker, which I enjoy listening. Excuse me. Les Brown likes to say, and he said recently, if you're casual about your dream will end up a casualty. Love that line. Leave a legacy, not a liability. And that's important. It's the only life you got. So if you're the architect of your life, you're the only one who can choose its contents. Choose a positive content. Don't go into that fixed mindset thing. That's pretty much the root of why everybody's dysfunctional in life. If you keep it positive, and everybody else should too, wow. We can turn around this whole planet. So in the previous 80 lives, and 17 podcasts that I've been doing since January this year, I've published, these things since October of last year. And I've talked about growth mindset, creating educational mini courses, attraction marketing, teacher mental health, positive affirmations, and making 6 figures with your experience and academic achievements. There are many more and many other tips like Facebook organic modeling, building your future funnel so that you can start, grow, and earn using Facebook. Yeah. So using Facebook, and of course, my favorite, which is educational affiliate SaaS programs, software as a service programs. ClickFunnels, okay, to me, all right, is one of the biggest ones that I promote because of its ease of use, it's all in one, and you can monetize your experience 5 different ways. So I can keep talking about, ClickFunnels throughout this whole zombie pandemic, 20 years, simply because it is the one that I, the educational affiliate program that I promote the most. It's done me good. It'll do you great. But you got others that you can monetize. You got Teachable, you got Fiverr, you got Coursera, you got the Rosetta Stone, Brain Sensei. I mention these a lot because those guys, they actually pay the highest that I'm aware of, affiliate commissions when you promote and refer them to friends, colleagues, students, or anybody else who can use their service. So last year, 2020, was known as the most depressing year for many globally. Couple that with the lockdown, with the current 2.0 lockdown, and it's obvious why most, if not all, feel a bit on the edge. We're a little snappy. However, know this: what you eat and drink does have a massive impact on how you think and feel. There is strong evidence to support that superfoods play a key role in mental well-being by helping to reduce stress, ease anxiety, and even fight depression. Yeah, it's public information, guys. So you can really go out and check it out, and it's pretty true. Along the way, with the ritual of live nourishment, which is something that I'm practicing and I'm getting better at, eating live foods, fresh off the tree or vine, fruits, vegetables, and grains. Superfoods like this, are definitely something that I have been consuming due to my living in Ecuador. Now, there's nothing but farm-grown everything here, which is a plus for me. As I grew up in a processed or pre-processed food USA heaven. Food does taste different when it comes out fresh, and even better when one cultivates their own. After all, the how we eat paradigm, has shifted. And organics, as well as my favorite, aquaponics, microvegetation, with farmed fish, is what I choose to fill my belly up with. Now, of course, I have not given up that dead meat syndrome yet. You know what I mean? Piece of steak, piece of pork, lamb, meat, chicken. All right. Evidence indicating that nutrition does play an important role in the prevention, development, and management of diagnosed mental health problems, including depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and dementia, or craziness. All right. This is why it's so important, that everyone has access to affordable, healthy food. Take, for example, a Mediterranean-style diet, which is high in vegetables, fruits, legumes, nuts, beans, cereal, grains, fish, and unsaturated fats, such as olive oil. All of these have a positive effect on mental health. Teacherpreneurs should also note that they may even have a role in treatment alongside, the current interventions like medication and psychological treatment. Now, global citizens have reduced their meat consumption, during this pandemic due to the surge in healthy home cooking. And rather than the inclusion of single things like an apple, you want to develop a good nutritional habit and avoid sugar and trans fats, and for sure, seriously limit deep fried foods at all costs. I'm still guilty of this, I admit it, as I learned to treat myself better with healthy, delicious superfoods. Now, there's evidence to suggest a gut-brain relationship does exist. So if you have a healthy gut, then you're more likely to have a better mental health. That's what's written. So this is where eating fiber becomes key in your healthy lifestyle. Your butt, will thank you, as well as, in the long run. And, it'll reduce those foul carbon emission meat eaters have. I've reduced my carbon emissions personally. Therefore, you want to devour colors in your diet. As these foods represent different micronutrients like vitamins and minerals, but also phytonutrients. Okay, these can positively impact your gene expression balance, balance inflammation, and are key to mental health. Also consume quality fats. Good fats contain omega-3s and monosaturated fatty acids that you can find in oily fish like anchovies, mackerel, and herring. These fats balance inflammation, which we understand to be important for our mental state. This is great stuff that we have every day, but we're not eating these things. Eating foods in their whole form and reducing processed sugar, processed foods, refined flour, a lot of the fiber, micronutrients, and phytonutrients are stripped away during these processes, and these foods quickly turn into sugar. You want to avoid a sugar roller coaster, as this leads to issues with sleep, attention, memory, and long-term diabetes issues. And I got to tell you, I'm a sugar junkie. I love my pastries. I love my candy, chocolate in particular. It's a rough way to go, but we could change that with superfoods. Eat on time also plays a part in your mood. Okay, you cranky? Eat on time. Eating too late can negatively impact the production of melatonin, which can have an impact on your sleep. If your sleep is disturbed, it can affect your mood as well as your eating habits. The worse you sleep, the more likely you are to feel hungry the next day and crave high salt and sugar foods. So boost your teacherpreneur brain, okay, with a healthy list of superfoods, easily found on any superfoods websites. There's a lot of superfood websites out there. I've gone through so many of them that it's just captivating. And the superfoods will promote good concentration, energy, and even help you sleep soundly. I have two superfood recipes I want to offer, and I enjoy these immensely. I just tried them recently. I thought they were pretty cool. Try it out and take your health serious. It can be the difference between another 100 years added to your current life. I'm 55, so I want to live to the age of 155. So here's the first recipe, okay? It is energy boosting berry blend smoothie. And this will help kickstart your morning, right? With the nutritious and easy smoothie that is packed full of energy to help take you on a busy day. So these are the ingredients. 2 cups of baby spinach. I like spinach. 1 Lebanese cucumber. There are no Lebanese in Ecuador. At least I haven't met one. But there are a lot of cucumbers, so I don't know the difference. I haven't looked it up. But with the skin on, I use the regular cucumber, the green one, the big long tube. You want a 1/4 cup, or is it a 1/2 cup? It's a 1/2 cup of fresh, preferably fresh, okay, mixed berries. You can use the frozen ones, sure, but fresh is better. And you want a 1/2 cup of fresh raspberries. Okay, if you gotta go frozen, get the frozen. You want 1 cup of almond milk and a little bit of stevia to taste. All you gotta do is fill your blender cup, right, with all these ingredients, and blend it until smooth. If using fresh berries, throw in a handful of ice cubes at the end to make it really cold. That's it. Take that in the mornings, maybe at night before you go to sleep. Sometime in the afternoon, why not? But it's actually really darn good. And, the next recipe, I love chicken soup. Who doesn't, right? Chicken soup for the soul. I think this is one of the best chicken soup recipes I've come across. And, I tried it. I really don't know what the difference is with the way I do mine, other than this one has an onion in the ingredients, and I replaced the onion with either scallions or leeks. So there's nothing better than a fragrant bowl of golden chicken broth. I studded with root vegetables and herbs. And the best part is that it can all be made in one pot. So this is what you need. 6 kilograms of a whole chicken. A big chicken. If you get it fresh, go to the place where there are live chickens. I don't know what that's called. All right. Say, I want that chicken. They cut it, gut it, clean it. You take it home warm. That's the one you cook. 2 carrots, halved, thinly sliced. 2 onions, quartered. I don't do that. I like leeks, maybe scallions, but yeah, the onions kill me. 2 bay leaves. This recipe calls for the leeks. 2 leeks, pale part only, thinly sliced. That's what I do. I got rid of the onions on this recipe. 2 parsnips, peeled and sliced. I like the potato, but the parsnips actually adds, a different thing, a different flavor to it. Now, what I've done, which I think is great, I put a little Latino twist to it. I like, instead of parsnips as well, I put in what's called malanga. Yeah, it's a root vegetable. It's gray inside. It's like a potato, but it's not. Man, it's got a nice flavor. I like malanga in mine. And then you want 2 celery stalks, thinly sliced. 50 grams of baby spinach leaves. I use kale or baby spinach. I prefer the kale because kale has some superfood, nutrients in there that are really good. And I just like kale. Make sure that you cut the vein out because that'll make it bitter. Just the leaves. 170 grams of thin dried egg noodles. I use the regular egg noodle. You want 2 tablespoons of flat leaf parsley and 2 tablespoons of dill. You could use the dry one if you want. Again, I live in Ecuador, so I can get these things fresh, except dill. No, and dill as well, yeah, and eddu, which is pretty good. So what you want to do is you want to rinse the chicken, pat it dry with a towel. It's freshly killed, so you want to make sure you get all those membranes out. And place it in a large stock pot and add 2.5 liters or 10 cups of cold water. I like using fresh water. I don't go tap anywhere, especially here in Ecuador. Too many parasites. So I buy bottled water, the big 5-gallon jug. I use that water. Bring it to a boil over medium-high, and then add your carrots. Well, before I do that, I let the chicken, all right, the water extract all those chicken nutrients, and then I sieve it at the end, and then I add my carrots, onion, bay leaves, and then I top it with a saucer to keep the chicken submerged. But I cut my chicken in pieces anyway. I quarter them. Actually, I cut them in eighths. Now reduce the heat, to medium and cook. Skimming any impurities on the surface for about 30 minutes or until cooked, through. Now remove the chicken, from your pot. Carve out the breast fillets by the side of the breastbone. Remove and discard the skin. Definitely get rid of the skin. Okay, and set it aside. Now return the chicken carcass to the pot. Add the leeks, parsnips, and celery. Then season. Definitely salt and pepper. You got to have that there. Cook for further, 30 minutes or until vegetables are tender. Remove chicken from the pot and shred the remaining meat from the legs and thighs, discarding the skin. Shred the meat from the unreserved breast fillets. Return all this delicious chicken shredded, pieces right into the pan with the spinach leaves. Cook until, it's like 5 more minutes. You're going to start to smell that. Keep stirring that. It'll get warm. And meanwhile, cook the noodles according to the packet instructions. Thin egg noodles, it's like 4 minutes, 6 minutes. Al dente, drop them in your soup. and or like I sometimes do, you can divide those noodles into different bowls, and that's where you're going to pour or ladle the soup over that, and then garnish with the parsley and the dill sprigs, and then serve it. Nice piece of crusty bread. I can't help myself. I love a good piece of bread, And this is two superfoods that are going to really, get your brain going, get your health going. So you want to stay healthy. If you want to know more about superfoods, okay, that's easy. You just go online and you look it up. There's so many write-ups about superfoods and everything else that you can, imagine that'll really start to replace those pre-processed foods that we're so used to, and they're just bad. I know that, and you'll know that as you get older. Okay, so think about that. Okay, remember, you're magnificent. Let me know in the comments below. Come and visit ODE Mastery. Let me know if you want these recipes. If you didn't hear them right, I'll send them to you. And also know that, 688,000 teachers is what I am mentoring and coaching this year alone. Okay. And yeah, I'm doing that all by myself until somebody helps me. So learn to leverage your experience and degrees to garner the mindset needed online. It's not just about making money or solving problems for others. It's about staying healthy for yourself as well. You want to be able to endure and enjoy your lifestyle. And one way to do that is by being healthier. So take that into consideration. Take your health serious. I'm still trying to learn how to do that, to be honest. But I'm getting better. And to me, that's another small win. All right, so thank you. My name is Gabriel, ODE. Let's go to this side, ODE Mastery, Online Digital Education, Facebook community of teachers that collaborates with teachers. My name is Gabriel, and I thank you for watching. Talk to you soon.